Speaking of the holidays, they are also all about food, but you have to wash it down with something.
We're talking about wine, champagne, and of course, the cocktails. And I got a chance to speak with someone who knows just how to mix up the perfect concoction. Check it out. He's learned his best lessons, stories, and lighthearted jokes in bar rooms of South Boston. Joining us today to talk about the original series Booze Traveler is Jack Maxwell. Welcome, Jack.
Hi, thanks for having me. It's great being here.
Well, we love to have you here in Tucson, and I'm a girl who loves a good cocktail. So can you tell us a little bit about your show?
Absolutely. I'm glad to hear you like a good cocktail. So do I. I'm a cocktail guy. Good old-fashioned rum cocktail, nothing like it. But going around the world, you find that, well, there are a lot more drinks out there than you might have thought. And that's what our show's all about. It's a show about drinks, not drinking, and there is a difference. It's an exploration or even a celebration of all the people and the places and the cultures of the world, and yes, through the lens of a cocktail glass.
Well, who doesn't love a little liquid courage before you go off an adventure into a new world? Now, is there any drinks that are made with like strange things? Because you hear like you're going off to foreign countries, maybe it's made with like bat wings or something.
Yeah, well, how about spit beer? How about that? Made from spit. Or frog in a blender. Would you like to try that?
I can't say that that's going to be the first thing I order when I go to a bar, but it does sound interesting.
Yeah, I know. Me neither. Me neither. It's just a frog in a blender, and they mix it up and throw in some moonshine. But, you know, I was really fascinated by Turkey, which is our first episode, the premiere episode of Booze Travelers, Monday night, November 24th at 10 p.m. on Travel Channel. And in Turkey, it's 99% Muslim. So I thought that I'd have to find a guy who knows a guy who takes us to a dark alley and blindfolds us and takes us to a place to go drink. Not the case. I walk into a liquor store, I go to buy a beer, and he says, "Oh, can you open it outside but not in here?" I said, "Sure, but I can open it outside? I can walk the streets with an open beer?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "But you're Muslim. How do you do that? You own a liquor store and you're Muslim." He says, "I never say that I commit no sins." Another guy grows grapes. He makes wine. And I said, "But you're a Muslim. How do you do that?" And he says, "Well, that's true. I mean, I made a pilgrimage to Mecca, and my heart and my soul are Muslim. But what about my mouth, Jack?" So I found that everywhere you go on earth, someone has found a way to make alcohol out of something.
So your first show is in Turkey. Now, where can we expect that you've traveled?
Yeah.
Did you stick to a certain region for the first season, or are you all over the place?
All over the world. You know, in Turkey, we traveled the country, mostly Istanbul. We went to a soccer game and sat with Çarşı, these really rabid, passionate sports fans who are also revolutionaries. We had Boza, which is a great barometer of their culture at the time, their political culture. A little more conservative there right now, religiously and politically. So Boza is only 1% alcohol. When it's a little more opened up, it's 5 to 6% alcohol. And I thought that was fascinating. It's been around about 9,000 years, they tell me. So Boza is a wonderful, tasty drink, and Ataturk, the founder of modern Turkey, would eat it while he was making up the Constitution. And then he made Rakı the national drink. He made it an honorary member of his cabinet. And so Rakı, everyone drinks now, and that's an anise-flavored drink that's really strong, made from twice distilled grapes. And so it's a fascinating country, and they do like to drink.
I think Yanis and I hear Jaeger, and now I feel like we should take some Jaeger bombs together, and then we could be best friends.
Absolutely.
And then we can put it on your channel.
I'm going to take you up on that offer.
So where can we go for more information?
TravelChannel.com, but if you tune in every Monday night at 10 o'clock, you'll see a wonderful exploration of where we are at that particular time, and it's a great journey. It might be Turkey, Iceland, Spain, Austria, Peru, Mongolia, Japan, Nepal, the Netherlands, Lithuania, Armenia, Belize, South Africa, even states here in America, Louisiana and Tennessee. And you'll find out that really everyone drinks around the world for basically the same reasons. There's no better way to get to know someone than to say, "Hey, can I buy you a drink? Or can I share my camel milk vodka with you?" That's what you'll find out.
Oh, well, Jack, I'd love to share some camel milk vodka with you, my friend. This sounds like one of the
I'll
funnest
bring it down to
shows.
Tucson.
That sounds good. So is there anything else that you want to leave us with for Booze Traveler?
I just hope you'll tune in because you'll learn what I learned, that you might have a preconception of a place or a people or a culture, and that will be shattered when you get there, especially when you sit down with them over a couple of drinks.
Well, thank you so much for your time this morning. It sounds like a great show.
Thank you very much.
Don't go anywhere. The Morning Blend will be right back.